Welcome to HAD6 channel. In this video, we will look into offensive. 19 adjectives with similar meanings will be reviewed in example sentences. Let's get started. Number 1. Discourteous, which means showing rudeness and a lack of consideration for other people. Discourteous. For example, it would be discourteous to ignore her. Number 2. Derogatory, which means showing a critical or disrespectful attitude. Derogatory. For example, a derogatory remark. Number 3. Crude, which means offensively coarse or rude, especially in relation to sexual matters. Crude. For example, he was reprimanded for making crude jokes. Number 4. Coarse, which means of a person or their speech rude or vulgar. Coarse. For example, a man of coarse speech. Number 5. Abusive, which means extremely offensive and insulting. Abusive. For example, the goalkeeper was sent off for using abusive language. Number 6. Vulgar, which means making explicit and offensive reference to sex or bodily functions. Vulgar. For example, a vulgar seaside postcard. Number 7. Insolent, which means showing a rude and arrogant lack of respect. Insolent. For example, the girl had been continually insolent. Number 8. Provocative, which means causing anger or another strong reaction, especially deliberately. Provocative. For example, he was making provocative remarks guaranteed to drive her into a fury. Number 9. Objectionable, which means arousing distaste or opposition. Objectionable. For example, I find his theory objectionable in its racist undertones. Number 10. Impolite, which means rude. Impolite. For example, it would have been impolite to leave in the middle of the band's set. Number 11. Shocking, which means causing a feeling of surprise and dismay. Shocking. For example, it was the next day before they heard the shocking news. Number 12. Improper, which means lacking in modesty or decency. Improper. For example, it would have been thought improper for two young ladies to drive a young man home. Number 13. Outrageous, which means shockingly bad or excessive. Outrageous. For example, an outrageous act of bribery. Number 14. Hurtful, which means causing distress to someone's feelings. Hurtful. For example, hurtful words. Number 15. Unacceptable, which means not satisfactory or allowable. Unacceptable. For example, 4 boys have been suspended for unacceptable behavior. Number 16. Personal, which means referring to an individual's character, appearance, or private life in an inappropriate or offensive way. Personal. For example, how dare you make personal remarks? Number 17. Exceptionable, which means open to objection. Exceptionable. For example, this passage is the most exceptionable in the whole poem. If you have better examples in mind, please share them in the comment section below. Also, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.